as you can see, I have the metal behind the stove, and it's Sunday, it's 1 o'clock, and I'm about to head off down to Sligo to get tiles to go around this. What I thought was very amusing was the amount of comments, the amount of you who commented and said, "Why don't you tile it yourself, Colette? You can do the tiles." Yes, I can. As you can see from this mosaic floor and the one in the sitting room, of course I can. I was trying to give myself a break. I was trying to be kind to myself. I was trying to use my little bit of financial resources to employ someone to do it for me. Because let's face it, I'm going to be 69 next month, and I've done virtually everything on my own all the way through my life since I left home at 16. Yeah. So I'm actually just trying to be a wee bit kinder to myself, you know. But it wasn't to be anyway. Because the electrician came, gorgeous guy, lovely guy, Ronan. Ronan came on Friday, yeah. And he fixed the lights in the two bedrooms. But basically, the cottage has to be rewired. So that is a big expense. Yeah. You find out the cost of how much it would be to rewire your home, and then come back at me and say, "But you can do it yourself, Colette." If only I could. If only I could. Anyway, never mind. It has to be done. And I'm being very optimistic, because the word out there is, I am doing all this in order to cover myself for the next 20 years. Yeah. Here's hoping. Yeah. Well, you have to be practical. There's no point in, oohing and ahhing and saying, well, I mightn't live that long, oh no, whatever. Whatever people come up with. It's nice to know that these things are done and that it's safe. So, just a little afterthought here, because I get so many of you who are perhaps new to the channel and, asking me, "Oh, how did you do your floors? Could you do a tutorial?" Or, "I'd love it if you did a tutorial on a willow arch," or whatever. Now, I have been on social media platforms since 2010. It's a long time. There's, I don't know, somewhere between, I think there's about 1,100 videos up here on this channel. I'm also aware that there are several thousand or more blogs over on my website. Now, the website does not carry any advertising, so you're free to browse through it. There must be somewhere in the region of 25,000 photographs on there. Absolutely masses and masses of stuff. There's podcasts on there as well. That's where the bookshop is. And like I say, no advertising. I pay quite a large sum of money each year to have that hosted. And it's there as an how should we call it? A place of infinite resources and information. Basically, that's what it is. I'm very proud of my website, and it's under the same name as the YouTube channel, Bealtaine Cottage. So anything that you need to know, here's what you do. You go into your search engine. Now, I use Google, but I don't care what search engine you use. It's all basically the same thing. You're just searching for info. And you type in the name of my home, Bealtaine Cottage. And then the key words. So it might be willow arch, how to build a. It might be mosaic floor, how to make one. You know, those keywords. And you'll probably find info coming up on the YouTube channel, from the YouTube channel, and lots coming up from the website. So there we go. What more can I say on that? That website will be up there hopefully forever. Like I say, I pay, I think it's getting on for about €400 a year to keep that running. Because some websites, you know, you only have a very small limit on the amount of photographs and stuff you can upload. And like I say, it's private in that the corporate world does not get as much as a toe in the door. I like that. Yeah, advertisement free. And there's no, in fact, it's not just that there's no reason for me to put advertisements on there, but I've been on websites where there are ads and it's like pop up all the time. So no. YouTube, I've had to go the way of advertisements because YouTube was shadow banning me because I wasn't making any money for them. Do you understand that? And you know, I have gathered thousands of subscribers on YouTube, not as many as other channels, I know, but my subscribers are fiercely loyal. That's what I love about you. You're fiercely loyal. Not just loyal, but fiercely loyal. So there's a very kind of a tribal feel to Bealtaine Cottage, you know. Okay, 1:10. I'm going to sort myself out and get my sorry ass down to Sligo. Update on the tiling coming. And yes, I will be doing it on my own. Because at the moment now, I don't have a choice. Oh, sometimes it's easier that way. Okay, doke. Blessings to you all. And before I leave you, I just want to show you my fancy sandals that my daughter-in-law bought me. They're so comfy. So these are the 4 chairs that my daughter got for me free from Facebook Marketplace, along with the kitchen table. Now I've just removed one of the seats because the seats are all covered with this oilcloth, which is very badly stained and everything. So I've removed one of the seats. I'm going to start on this project now. So I'm just using this flat screwdriver just to take out these staples. And then I'm going to have a look at it underneath and see how it goes. I'm going to recover these with fabric. So what I'm doing now is painting the chairs with the chalk paint in duck egg. I think it's actually going to be quite a simple task, this. I remember watching my father when I was a child varnish or stain or something and recover chairs, you know, with pop-out seats. I remember him doing it with like drawing pins or something, you know, to put the fabric in place. Anyway, I have a staple gun, so it should be fairly easy. And I've got lots and lots of different types of materials. So I'm going to have a look through what I've got and see what I come up with. Well, to say that I'm pleased with how this chair has turned out is an understatement, because you know I got the 4 chairs and the table, from my daughter who got it on Facebook Marketplace for free. So what I've done, do you remember the tablecloth that I had on the round table? I've been using that. Always try to use the resources you have. That's my little motto. And so I've stripped the chair right down. I've taken off this cover which was underneath the other one, and I'll show you the original chair in a moment because I've got 3 more to do. Now, this is been painted. I think I showed you before the chair when I was painting it with the duck egg blue chalk paint. Oh, that sounds like the electrician coming. I best just stop at this point. The swallows are beginning to gather, ready for their return flight to South Africa. My new Stanley stove has been installed. And yes, it heats the water, it heats the radiators, it boils the kettle, and I'm just firing up the oven. And it's all fueled by wood from my woodland. So I'm just testing out the oven, getting it up to the temperature that I need for baking, which is around 200 centigrade. So let's see where that's got to. It's been about half an hour so far. Okay, it's almost there. This is the first time. Yeah. Great heat in here. And I think that's the wasp in the background. Well, finally, after, let me see, 10 years, maybe more, I've got the lights fixed in my bedroom and in the other bedroom, and it's just amazing. Yeah. So, next week, the electrician is coming back to basically rewire the cottage and put some, what are they called? Spotlights? No, what are they called? You know, the outside lights that kind of just light up the entire world. Yeah. Gosh, I won't know myself. I really won't. Lights working in my bedroom. Look at this. Well, it's time for tea. And it's Saturday and it's the most beautiful day. It's just a gorgeous Indian summer. It's the last day of August and I'm going to be taking my tea outside. This is the day that I've longed for, with most of the work finished in the cottage. I've just got chairs to do and little bits and pieces to do. It's just beautiful. And here we are out in the back garden. Yeah, great place for this egg chair. I should really have done this a couple of years ago because I have discovered in myself an importance of relaxing and taking time to relax. It's hugely important. Yeah. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm just making time for myself. One of the great pleasures in my life has been taking photographs, and I've been photographing nature, oh my word, for 30 years, maybe more. I've always been interested in cameras, and especially been able to capture images, because I would have loved to have painted, but it wasn't to be. And yeah, it's just lovely to capture those images. So this is something that I really enjoy doing and sharing. So this will be a feature on all of my videos from now on. Because in the past, I've just looked at the photographs that's been stacking up around me and thinking, oh, what should I do with that? That's a lovely photograph. So, enjoy these little snapshots of nature in this incredibly chaotic and crazy world. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. You know that old, there's a lot of wisdom in old sayings, isn't there? It will get worse before it gets better, but it will get better. I think if you look through history, there's these cycles, and one cycle follows another, and you do see patterns emerging. So, have a beautiful start to September, as today is the 1st, and this is the day when I'm uploading this video. And as you can see from the woodland gardens, there's that little hint of autumn. Definitely Lunasa, because the light has changed. But in horticultural terms, definitely a hint of autumn. Just look at these sedums. The last feast for the butterflies and the bees. Blessings to you all. I'm recognised by the Irish government as a writer, and therefore have been accredited artist status. My first book, A Cottage in 3 Acres. My second, In Search of the Goddess Rising. My third, Walking Between Worlds. And 2 booklets, Bealtaine Cottage Guide to the Deep Midwinter and The Celtic Festival of Imok. All books can be purchased through my website, and there's a link beneath each and every video. I will be posting a link into the comment section also. You can hear me read the first 2 chapters of my book, A Cottage in 3 Acres, over on my website, bealtainecottage.com. Again, there's a link beneath each and every video.